Hello guys, and today I'm bringing you another deck list in my quest to doing every deck list in a video on my channel, and today it's a ritual deck and it's Gishki. If you'd like to keep up to date with me doing every deck list, then please subscribe. You know, your support is appreciated and it keeps me going, really, knowing that I'm getting more subscribers and my decks are inspiring and helping other duelists around the world and stuff. You know, I've got views from like Peru and Mexico and stuff. It's like, that's good, it's good. But anyway, get on to the deck list. The first monster is 3 Gishki Chain, and when this card's number summoned, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. If there is a ritual monster or ritual spell card, you can reveal one of them to your opponent, add it to your hand. Then return the other cards in your deck in sorry, I keep knocking my mouse off it. In the order of your choice. So not only do you get a ritual monster or spell card to your hand, you also get to put the cards on top of your deck in any order you want, so you can really just set up your next turn depending on what card you get. And also when it's normal summon, if you don't have any other monsters, you'll have to use it as for the ritual summon of a ritual monster. Then it means like you can get rid of it off your field if you feel that it's like too weak to be on the field with its only presence. But it's actually got high attack and it's a level 4 monster, so you can keep it on there if you want to. So it's a good card. It's an overall good card. And we've got 2 Gishki marker. When this guy is summoned, you can target 1 Gishki ritual monster or ritual spell card in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. So this is a monster for like later in the duel, where you'd normal summon it and recycle obviously the ritual cards you've used beforehand. Then we've got 3 Gishki beast. When this guy's normal summon, you can target 1 level 4 or lower Gishki monster in your graveyard, especially when that target in defense position. So that is really for bringing out another material on your side of the field for the ritual summon of the bigger monsters. But it also mean you can bring out Merrowgeist from your extra deck. And we've got 2 Manju. I use Manju rather than Senju because Senju isn't that great, but Manju is. When this guy's normal summoned or flip summoned, and Senju I'm pretty sure needs to be flip summoned, you can add 1 ritual monster card or 1 ritual spell card from your deck to your hand, which, depending on whichever you've got in your hand, you'd add the other, of course, and then you'd be able to summon one of your bigger monsters. Then we've got 3 Gishki Shadow, and if you ritual summon a ritual monster, this card can be used as the entire tribute. You can discard this card, add 1 Gishki ritual spell card from your deck to your hand. So it's really good for adding the spell card to your hand by discarding, but also if you actually ritual summon with it, it becomes the whole summon, which is really good, really good. Then we got 3 Gishki Abyss, and when this card is summoned, you can add 1 Gishki monster with 1000 or less defense from your deck to your hand, which you can add Shadow to your hand, then use Shadow's effect. So then use Gishki Abyss on your field as a tribute for it if you discard Shadow for the ritual spell card. But it's different ways of playing it. Then we got 3 Vision Gishki, and if you ritual summon a water ritual monster, this card can be used as the entire tribute. Again, it's just an equivalent of Shadow, and if you have this in the field, if you have this in your hand, then you can use it for the whole tribute, which is good because it means you have more monsters on your field and stuff. And then you can discard this card, add 1 Gishki ritual monster from your deck to your hand. So depending on Gishki Shadow and Gishki Vision in your hand, either of them can be used to add either of them, and then the other one can be used as the whole tribute. So them together are really good in this deck. Moving on to the ritual monsters, I've only got 4. You can run more, but I've only put 4 in for now. I may switch it up and then do an updated deck, of course, for you, but at the moment I've only got 2 Soul Ogre, which cannot be normal summoned obviously, but must be ritual summoned. Must first be ritual summoned, so you can summon it from the grave after it's been ritual summoned. Then you can ritual summon this card with any Gishki ritual spell card. Once per turn you can discard 1 Gishki monster to target 1 face of card your opponent controls, shuffle that target into the deck. So if it's a synchro monster or an XYZ monster, the XYZ monster will lose its XY materials and get sent back to the extra deck rather than being just shuffled in. But also if they have high pesky monsters or spell trap cards face down or face up spell trap cards that are annoying, you can just remove them from the field. Fortunately they don't get destroyed, but because they get shuffled into the deck, they can't activate things like that counter destruction, which is quite good. They get over that quite well. Then we've got 1 Mind August, and you can ritual summon this guy with any Gishki ritual spell card. When this guy's ritual summon, target up to 5 cards in your any graveyard and shuffle those target into the deck. So it's good for either recycling your cards or getting rid of their graveyard cards. Like if they're running a Dark Wall deck and they've got Graffas in the graveyard, you can put the Graffas back into the deck, which would be horrible for them really, because Grapha special summons itself really easily from the graveyard. But Mind August is just is good. Then we've got Gishki, Gust Kraken. Then you can ritual this card with any Gishki ritual spark card, which is the general for this deck. Then when this card is ritual summon, look at the 2 random cards in your opponent's hand, and then shuffle one of them into the deck. Which is really good because if they've got like a Rejeki or something, you can put it back into their deck and then stop them destroying everything, which can be really really annoying at times. But it's still potluck, but it's still a good card. Then going to spark cards, we've got 2 contact with the Aquamarine. If you control a face-up water monster, activate one of these effects. If you control a face-up water ritual monster, you can activate both these effects. As beings as there's ritual water monsters in this graveyard, you can get both effects. But there's bound to be a water monster on the field at some point. Then look at all set cards in your opponent's Sponge God Zones, which gives you preparation. Like, if they've got Mirror Force, obviously not going to attack. And then you can use Soul Ogre's effect to shuffle that back into the deck, so you know their targets. Then the next one is look at the top 2 cards of either player's deck and return them to the top of the deck in any order. So you can either hinder your opponent by looking at their top 2 cards and then also preparing yourself for what they've got, or you can look at your own deck and then you can look at your own deck and put any order you want, depending on your situation, which helps you best, really. Then we've got 1 Rejeki, you know what it does. Then we've got 3 Forbidden Arts of the Gishki, and this card is used to ritual summon a Gishki ritual monster. You must also tribute monsters from your side of the field whose total levels are equal to the level of the ritual monster you're attempting to ritual summon. The attack of the opponent's attack of the monster ritual summon by is halved. You cannot conduct your battle phase during the turn you activate this card. Unfortunately, the attack of the monster is halved, but you get its effect, and also it can remove their monsters easy enough. Because it says from either side of the field you can use their face-up monster. So if they've got like a level 8 Synchro monster or a Pendulum monster or whatever on their field, on their monster card zone, sorry, you can get rid of it, and then you've got a free summon basically. Well, it would be -1, +1. It'll be a +1 actually. Yeah, it would be a +1 because you're getting a monster by removing one of their monsters using a spell card. Then we've got 3 Gishki Aquamarine, and this card can be used to summon any Gishki ritual monster. You must also tribute monsters from your side of the field or hand whose levels equal the level of the ritual monster, which is with all rituals. Then you can shuffle this card from the graveyard into the deck to target 1 Gishki ritual monster in your graveyard. Return that target to your hand. Which is good for recycling the monsters, of course, because you can add it back to your hand and resummon it again. And also, Aquamarine brings itself into the deck, so then you can reuse it. So it's an overall good card. The Gishki rituals are ridiculous. We've got 3 mystical space type, and you know what it does. Then we've got 2 Aquamarine Mediation. Reveal 1 ritual spell card in your hand to target 2 Gishki monsters in your graveyard. Return them to your hand. So if you add, I don't know, you activate that and you reveal, I don't know, Aquamarine or something, whatever, or the other one, Forbidden Arts, then you add Shadow to your hand and then Soul Ogre to your hand. You can get Soul Ogre out straight away. You can ritual summon using Shadow as the whole tribute. But you can also use, if you add Forbidden Arts to your hand, you can get rid of a pesky monster and bring out Soul Ogre again. So depends what you want to do. So is it equal to or more? Oh, it's got to be equal to, exactly, unfortunately. And then we've got 2 Trapstone, you know what it does. And then the last card is 2 Ceremonial Mirror of Illusion. It's called on this program, but it's actually called Aquamarine Illusion. It's special from the Gishki ritual monster from your hand, ignoring the summoning conditions. The monster cannot attack during the end phase. Return it to the hand. So you can bring it out for free using this card. Well, it'd be 0, but you know, then you can activate its effect, but then it gets shuffled at the end phase, unfortunately. But if you really need to get rid of something, you can bring out Soul Ogre easy enough, or if you want to use Gust Kraken or Mind August, you can use their effects. Then it's returned down. You can resummon them, reuse their effects again next turn. And anyway, sorry, this deck is 41 cards. I know it's a little bit annoying, but it's needed. Then on the extra deck, I've just got. I'll keep in Merrowgeist because it's alright. And then I've got Bahamut Shark and Shark Drake as just other examples of what you can put in. The extra deck is pretty fluid, this deck, because you want to rely on your ritual monsters rather than the monsters in your extra deck, so you can put in anything really. But anyway, thank you for watching. This is my Gishki deck, and I hope you enjoyed this deck. I hope it inspired you. I hope it helps you. And please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you for watching, guys. See you next time.